What's up, guys? I'm super excited to make this video. I'm doing pretty good, and I have I don't know, just some good energy. got some good energy going, just good energy. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. I just had a pretty cool thing happen. Yeah, I guess I'll tell you the long story basically, but it's not even that long, just a little longer. So I just got out of psychology class, which is probably my favorite class, and I just feel so empowered and in my purpose when I'm in that class. It's a great feeling, such a great feeling. But anyway, we have a big assignment coming up down the pike, and it's a research assignment and then research project. But our first part of that project, which is another assignment, is the outline. That's what we're working on now, and so I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited. I really like my teacher. She's really cool. She's super legit cool. She's like the cool teacher. She's like the cool teacher, but she's also she's just great. She's got a great heart. She's super smart. She's super kind, and yeah, she's just a really awesome teacher. She's probably my favorite teacher. Probably favorite, and that's tough. I like all my teachers, luckily. And but anyway, the topic that I chose for my research assignment is basically the difference that being married to your spouse and having kids, and then your kids having two married parents living together with them, versus children who grow up in the homes with a single parent, and it's interesting. I was definitely born to two married parents who lived with me. Of course, I lived with them, but they broke up, and then they split up, which was lame. They split up, and then I spent the rest of my youth, my childhood, growing up with just my mom. And our situation was a little bit different because we had our grandparents involved, which gave us a lot of... We needed that. We really needed that, for sure. So we're very lucky. But anyway, so I know what it's like growing up as a child of a single parent household. And so my research is about that, and I'm super excited. And so we're working on it in class today, and I'm going to be asking some survey questions. I understand my outline project. I'm super excited about that. I just gotta do the work, which I'm excited about. I actually like it, so I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to doing it. And it also feels like something substantial, and it's super nice. And I'm super glad the way things have been going right now, with class and school and everything. I have not been feeling that great, but I've been taking Mucinex, taking some headache medicine, stuff like that, and I'm getting a little bit better. And it surely does help when your spirits are better, right? That makes everything better when your spirits are up. But yeah, so my spirits are up, and lots of traffic jams going on around here right now. But luckily I could just get on through that. Prayers for everybody back there. For real though. And the cool thing is about the way my teacher, Miss Patchen, has been doing things with school and class, and with this assignment is basically she's given us chances. She's gone around to she's just such a cool teacher. She usually talks to us about stuff. We read a chapter a week on our own and do a quiz on our own online at the end of the week. But then we also talk in class about things. She's just super cool. And yeah, go to college, guys. Go to college and take a really good class. Do what you think you should do. I recommend it so much. Learning is so important. Such a great thing. Anyway, super plug that so much. But she's super nice because she plays music during class, which is cool and chill, and just lets us do our work and stuff. And we're in there working and stuff. And so she's given us class time to work on our assignment, this outline, but because it's a big portion of our grade, but still. And but she went around to each one of us to talk about it, to talk to us one-on-one, to work with us, to make sure that we're on the same page and make sure that we have the right understanding about the project, so that we can make sure we're doing the project the right way, and, just all those kinds of things, and help support us, help us figure things out. And of course, a lot of people have definitely needed some support figuring out what their topics were, and I did, and I can't remember how I figured it out, but I just did. It just kind of came together. I'm so thankful that I did, and that I got the one that I chose. But it's been really nice working in class on it, and today I kind of figured out what I was trying to do, and I had questions, and I asked them, and she answered them, and it was super straightforward, and it was very helpful, and I felt like, yes, okay, good. And but anyway, I'm getting to a point here. There's a really big point here, and it ends with a cool ending story. So this video is probably 10-15 minutes or so. But here you go. So basically, this whole thing, I'm in the lab, right? I'm in the lab cooking on my project in class. I'm in the lab. I've got my computer out. I'm working, and I'm like working on my project. I'm in the lab. I'm thinking. I'm working. When I'm cooking, I'm stirring the pot, right? Stirring the pot. Add a little bit of seasoning in there. Working on the product, which is my project. And that's how I felt when I was sitting there. And I was listening to her talk to other people, and I talked to this one dude who was struggling, and I gave him some pointers and advice and stuff, which was super cool. And I could talk to that dude for a long time. I would like to talk to that dude for a long time. But anyway, probably we could definitely be friends. But so I was just thinking about this, and then I asked her. I was listening to her talk to this guy behind me, the teacher, and waiting for them to be done because I asked her questions. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't realize I got to do these projects due Sunday night. It's Thursday, and I didn't realize it was the first time I've been working on the assignment without looking at the assignment and seeing what it actually was. I was just going off by what she had been saying and working with that. And so this is the first time I actually looked at the assignment, saw what all the details of what I needed to do were, and but and then it had a place in there about the survey, the results of your survey, because you're supposed to go around and ask people questions for your research, and you can do face-to-face, online, email, things like that. And I was like, oh shoot, I gotta do that already. I was like, I'm excited to do that, but I didn't know how to do it by Sunday night. We gotta get cracking, because most of the people I was planning to ask are on the college campus. And I was like, bro, I got one more class. There ain't no school tomorrow, pretty much. I need to get going now so I can get out there and start asking people questions. So I asked her questions. I asked the teacher questions about stuff. And she's like, oh, you don't have to do that part yet. That's afterwards. I was like, yes, okay, let's go. I'm so happy. So anyway, it was great. And yeah, she was telling me all the stuff I needed to know, help clarify things. I was like, okay, check. I showed her what I had. She's like, okay, this looks good. Okay, good job. Okay, that looks good. Okay, good job. Okay, good job. Cool. Okay, awesome, great. And so it just felt so great. And then, so I left class, and I was brainstorming in the kitchen over here, and I'm always in the kitchen. Hopefully, that's where I want to be, right? That's where I want to be. I'm going to be in there cooking up there. I want to be cooking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody let him cook. We all have to cook, right? Let's all cook. Let's all let each other cook. We all got to cook at some point, right? Let's cook. Let's all cook. Anyway, so I was thinking about things. I'm not feeling the greatest, like I said, and I was like, I can drive to Kent Island and dash. I got enough time to dash, get enough money to get something to eat. I'm just like, I don't really want to dash and all that stuff. Recently, I got myself a gas credit card, and it's the first credit card I've had in a while. Personal details. But anyway, it's nice, and I have that, and which has been such a saving grace. It's just like a gift from heaven, honestly, a gift from God, and I'm so thankful for my gas card. Anyway, I was like, I wonder where the Valeros are, And I was like, I looked on the map. I was like, there's 2 of them in Kent Island. What? I was like, I know exactly where that one is. It's right by PRS Guitar, where I used to work. I was like, heck yeah. I was like, so we're hitting the road. We're taking it on the road, son. And we're getting something to eat at Valero. That was my plan. I was like, yes, let's go. So it makes it so easy, right? You don't have to work for anything. Just go and excuse me, and get the food, right? And so I'm like, yes, let's go. So I go get the food, and I'm just like, but on the way there, I was thinking about something, about this whole process of like being in the classroom, working on the project, sitting here and like, this is my baby, this is important to me, this is an important topic to me, and I'm going to take this assignment and I'm going to use it to make a difference in the world. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm doing, and that is a really, really good feeling. That's a really good feeling. So I just feel super good about that. Honestly, I feel so good about that. Like, so good about that. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to make a difference in the world and about my future. And I feel like so many things just coming together about my future and stuff. It's just like so nice. And anyone who ever thought that, I was a loser, or I was taking a long time or whatever, maybe I did take a long time. Maybe I took a lot of long roads, scenic routes, whatever. But at the end of the day, who cares? Things are the way they are, and that's just the way it is sometimes. And you just gotta deal with things the way they are. You just kind of have to sometimes, And so, anyway, that's my message to the haters. So I was thinking about being in class and working on this project as I'm driving, and I'm like, it reminded me of something, and I like, for some reason, but also I had Metallica in my head, and I was like, why do I have Metallica in my head? I don't even listen to Metallica that much. I promise this is a good part of the story, guys, so if you're still with me, thank you for still being with me. This is a pretty cool story. I will definitely tell you that now. But anyway, so I have Metallica in my head, thinking about Metallica, and I'm thinking about this. I've like in my reels, I've seen these Asian girls playing guitar, and they're like super good, but they're like dressed as like a maid, or like dressed as like some anime character, but they have a metal guitar, and they're playing Master of Puppets. It's just like, it's freaking amazing. So anyway, I get in the car and I start listening to Master of Puppets, and I'm like, this is awesome, right? I'm like, man, I feel this moment, I just feel this thing. And I will tell you, there is something about Metallica that I can't even talk to you about right now, because it's just not going to happen right now. But anyway, stay tuned, guys. There's 2 more good parts coming, and they're really good. I can't wait to get to them. So, anyway, side conversation, Metallica some other time, right? Other times for Metallica. However, this is still Metallica related. So, I have watched these funny videos in the past, like my friend back in the day in high school, and like metal, and like listening to metal and loving metal and just watching funny videos this on the internet, prime YouTube territory, 2007, 2008, 2000, in that time. And anyway, I remember seeing a video of Metallica's most famous album was the Black Album in 1991, the one that's black, has a snake on it, and it's the one that has like Enter Sandman and a bunch of other songs that are good too. But anyway, that was their big commercial success album, right? And fan favorites are always like Ride the Lightning or like Master of Puppets from the 80s. But anyway, that's their big album, the Black Album. Well, they had a really big producer on that album named Bob Rock. And anyway, I saw this video at some point. It's Bob Rock and Kirk Hammett, who's the lead guitar player in Metallica. He's a great guitar player. And I never really appreciated him as much as I did after watching this video. I never thought as highly of him as I do after watching this video. And so I'm thinking about being in class, I'm thinking about working on my project, I'm thinking about all this stuff, talking to the teacher, getting feedback, asking questions, getting answers, and I have like this funny feeling that like the teacher is like the producer and I am the guitar player, right? And it's like, how are you going to do this? And it's a different relationship there. But there's this video online from when they were producing that album, their most successful album, and Kirk Hammett is struggling with his guitar solo, and Bob Rocket, the producer, is trying to tell him like, hey man, you need to just do this. He's like trying to tell him, he's like, but it's not really there, it's just not there, He's like, it's gotta be like this. He's like, you're trying to do this and it's not working, and he's like talking about it, and they're all, there's other bandmates who have put a lot of effort, and they've put a lot of effort and hard work and attention and effort. I don't want to underestimate or underscore the amount of, I don't want to underrepresent the amount of effort I'm talking about. They put in serious effort into these songs, but Kirk Hammett is at this point where he's not really putting the effort into the song that he needs to. And Bob Rock is just like, dude, come on, man, you gotta step it up. Basically, it's like, dude, you gotta step it up, man. And he's saying it in a nice way because producers, you're working with artists, you can't hurt their feelings. You don't want to cause problems. You don't want a production delay, artistic delay, all kinds of stuff like that. Stifle creativity. All the pitfalls, right? And so they're talking, they're going back and forth, and it's just such a funny, it's such an awesome video. And they're going back and forth, and they're talking, and he's talking in abstract terms. And there's the only problem with this video is there's bad language. But besides that, the video is just amazing. I just love it. It's so freaking funny. If you want to watch it, it's a lot of F words in it, but still. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. Just look up Bob Rock versus Kirk Hammett, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's the guitar solo for The Unforgiven, which is a song I'm just not familiar with at all on the biggest album. And you know, I'm watching this video, I'm just like relating. I'm like, man, this is so cool. I just really love this. I feel like I am in the studio. I feel like I'm in the studio, and like, I feel like I'm in the studio, and Dave Chappelle's like, I'm shutting down the studio, guys. Anyway, I feel like I'm doing my thing. I feel like I'm in the studio. I feel like I'm cooking, and I just love this feeling, and it's really honestly awesome. So I get to Valero to get my food. I go in there, and out of nowhere, this riff from Metallica comes into my head, and I'm pretty sure it's Metallica, right? But I don't even listen to Metallica like that. I don't. They're like one of the most famous, they're like the most famous heavy metal band of all time, basically. And I don't even listen to Metallica like that, you know? That's what I'm saying. And so I don't know their work like that. I just don't know it like that, you know? And so I've got a whole hour before class. That is cool. Okay, that is cool. And so I'm like, dude, this riff is driving me nuts. I'm like, what is this riff? I've heard it, and is it Metallica? Who is it, right? And anyway, I go into Valero, the gas station, to get my food, which is right by PRS, like I said, and aka the guitar manufacturing company. And this is funny because I'm like, for some reason, that Valero has the vibe, right? They actually keep things nice in there, but which is freaking amazing. They even had a nice bathroom. And it's a gas station, they keep it nice in there. What? That's awesome. In this day and age, that's amazing. That's a blessing. Let's keep it that way, guys. But there's two guys in there. One dude's got long hair and mustache, and mid-20s, early 20s guys, kind of laid back. And I'm like, dude, these guys listen to metal. These guys, I know these guys listen to rock at some point. I was like, I gotta ask these guys, because this riff is in my head. I don't know what it is, and I need to figure it out. So I'm gonna ask them. And I'm asking them if they listen to Metallica. One guy's like, nah, not really. And the guy's like, man, I listen to them, but I don't like listen to them. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I was like, okay, well, man, I have a question for you. And I was like, dude, what is this riff? I think it's Metallica, right? And I told him the riff, and I'll tell you guys the riff too, because I just want to. But anyway, it's just like, it's like that. And I told him, I don't know these guys. Just walked in, got a hot dog, and got my drink and chips, and I'm asking them about a Metallica riff. But it's like the perfect setting. I was in the right place at the right time with the right question, asking the right people. And I asked the guy, and he's like, yeah. I was like, I think it's Metallica. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. It'll come to me, And he's like, yeah, I think it's Metallica. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Metallica. It's Metallica. I'm pretty sure. I just don't know a song. And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And I'm walking out, and the guy says to the other guy, I'm pretty sure it's Metallica. I'm like, yes, let's go. So I get out there to the car. I'm sitting in there, and listening to Metallica, of course. And then I'm eating my hot dog and drinking my drink, and I'm just listening. And then I play the song, and right off the bat, there's the riff. I'm like, all right, let's go. Case closed. Case solved. Mystery revealed. And so I was like, man, I need to go in there and tell that guy what song it is. And I was like, nah, man, just sit here and eat your hot dog first. So I did, and then I went inside, and they were like, oh, back again. They probably thought I was like, I don't know. They probably thought I was on, I don't know. Hopefully they didn't think I was on drugs, because I'm not, and I don't think I was acting like that. But just like, or they thought I was crazy or random, or I don't know what they thought, but they're like, here's this guy again, man. He's unpredictable. I think that's what I was putting off, as kind of unpredictable vibes. Like, you just don't know. You don't know what I'm going to say, because I just asked you to help me figure out what riff this is, right? Off the street. And I've never seen you, and you don't know me, and etc. And I was like, dude, I figured out the song. It's Sad But True. And they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, it's Sad But True. I was like, yeah. I told them that. And I was like, yeah, okay. So, all right, guys, have a good day, you know. And I head out. But, like, it was just cool. It was just cool. So all of this happened in the past hour since getting out of class, basically. And here I am. I got a full stomach. I'm feeling a little bit better. And I got myself some vitamin water and some chips, and I'm excited. I'm getting ready to go into statistics class and have a big test. I've been seeing I've been to the tutor twice, been to two different. I'm not trying to make myself sound like, oh yeah, well, you know, I've been putting in work, bro. I've been going to the tutor. I've put a lot of work into it, you know. No, I went to the tutor because I needed help on my homework and stuff, and then I went there again today and got some more help. And anyway, I am so getting there. I'm gonna get a good grade in statistics, and that's just the way it is. I'm just going to get a good grade. So that's just how it is. Like, if you have a problem with that, then you can just tell me about it. But I probably won't be listening because I'll be too busy skipping happily. But, yeah, regardless of how this test goes, I am going to get a good grade in statistics. I'm determined about that. And I'm determined to understand, and I'm determined to fully understand this class and to fully understand what I'm learning. And that's a big takeaway. Because actually, at the end of the day, when it comes to taking a class, the biggest takeaway you're supposed to get from the class is you're supposed to understand it. You're supposed to come away from the class being like, dang, I understand it now, you know, or I at least understand this class, you know, this it's Algebra 1. Okay, at least I understand Algebra 1, you know. And that's the question. And I feel like so many of us we don't come away with that, and it's not necessarily our fault, but we just don't typically come away with that like feeling of like, I understand this now, you know. And so anyway, that's the whole point, and that's part of the realization I had the other day. I was like, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on getting good grades? Am I focusing on passing the test? Am I focusing on getting 100? Am I focusing on being perfect? All this stuff. Or am I focusing on learning? Am I focusing on that's a good question. Am I focusing just on learning and like just getting this? Am I focusing on just understanding this? Because that's the most important part. The grade will come. If you understand it, that's the most important part. If you understand it, you're good. That's the trouble. That's the trick, right? You gotta understand it. So that's where I'm at, and it is very good. I'm very, very thankful and very happy and very grateful, which is the same as being thankful, basically. But yeah. So listen to some Metallica. Listen to The Unforgiven. That's a really good song, and it's kind of like, it's a good song, but I've heard better. No offense to Metallica. As far as songs go, but a lot goes into a song. The message, the meaning, the reason, the lyrics, the music, all those things. But it's a great song, and it has a really great guitar solo in it. I recommend it. And so, long story short, Bob Rock and Kirk Hammett, they were in the kitchen cooking, and Bob Rock was like, dude, you gotta use these ingredients, man. What are you thinking? What do you want to make it? I feel like if you make it this way, it's just gonna suck. He's like, oh man, I don't know. They're like, no, you should like, he's like, you know, you gotta build, like the rest of the song is like kind of building. You gotta make it just like build it low and then bring them up high, you know, don't just start high. And he's like, yeah, you know, that's what I was thinking. He's like, you know, I was kind of thinking about this, bringing them to this plateau and then taking them to another level. And I was like, yes, let's go. And he's like, Bob Rock's like, okay, let's do it then. Let's do it then. Let's okay, let's go. Let's do it then, you know. He's like, all right. So he plays it, and it's so good. It's so good. It might be his best guitar solo of his career. Maybe. Anyway, listen to The Unforgiven by Metallica. Might not be your cup of tea, but at least listen to the guitar solo. Also listen to Wood by Alice in Chains. That's a really good one if you haven't heard it. You probably have if you know anything about Alice in Chains, that type of music, but it's a good one too. And listen to Sad But True, maybe, as well. That's a good riff right there. Thanks for watching.